Hey guys, what's up? 55th application review for you guys here. Got 4 applications in this review. Couple of them are just kind of iffy applications. They're kind of average ones. Not going to be open to everybody really. But I do have one towards the end. It's another Skyworks application. That's the sports application creators. It's an amazing application, so we're going to save that one till the end. Definitely my favorite one in this entire review. So let's get this review started actually. We're going to shoot all the way to the back of my iPod. And we'll start this one off with Galaxy Pilot. And it's pretty much just another shooter game. It's one where you're in space, you're a little spaceship, and you're shooting crap that comes towards you. From this main menu, you have Start, your skill level. There's only a couple different ones. There's Easy, Normal, and Hard. And then you have Help, which is pretty much just kind of telling you what your objectives is to do, and actually telling you what your enemies are, what power-ups are, stuff like that. Then there's Website and Configure. You're going to need to configure because it does use the accelerometer quite a bit. That's actually how you do steer your little pilot spaceship kind of thingy. So we'll set the accelerometer right there, and then go back, and now we'll start. So down at this bottom part, all you need to do is just tap anywhere in this bottom area and you'll actually shoot your missiles or whatever they are. Depending on the asteroid size that's actually coming towards you, the bigger ones will take more ammo to actually take down. Actually, usually they'll turn into a smaller boulder or an asteroid and then you can be able to take them down. But it's very repetitive and it's a fun application, especially if you do enjoy these kind of classic arcade shooters where you're going around in space and you're kind of just trying to take anything out. But it kind of gets annoying because you can't shoot to the side, you can't shoot in diagonals at all. So if you get trapped into a corner, example, if I come up against this wall and I want to take an enemy out right next to me, you can't do it. That was a perfect prime example of it. You can't do it. If you get stuck in that corner and you want to try and get out, but there's stuff to your left or to your right, you're dead, you're screwed, game over, get used to it. So it's a fun application because you can try and always set your own high score, but pretty much the entire plot of this application is take out asteroids, take out enemy ships, try and collect fuel tanks, and that's just about it, guys. I recommend going to check it out, but that's up to you though. I mean, if it's paid and if it's too pricey for you, you're probably gonna want to steer clear of it because it is a little bit more of a sloppy designed game. But it's definitely one that you might want to check out, especially if you're into this kind of classic arcade shooter. That's going to once again be called Galaxy Pilot, and that's pretty much all I got for it, guys. Next one that I have for you guys is called FlickFlak, and this one is actually pretty fun. It's extremely repetitive, very, very redundant. That's the only thing that makes me not like this so much. Is it's one of those games where it's the same thing over and over. You try and exceed to get to higher levels whatsoever, and then you try and get your highest score, but I mean, there's no online leaderboards, which definitely makes you not really want to go out and get a high score. I mean, I got to 2 million. That was my high score. I'm at 2 million right now. And I stopped playing. I was like, this is just getting too redundant. It's too repetitive. Nothing new is really added into it. There's no online leaderboards. There's really no influence or encouragement to actually try and get a really super duper high score. So from this main menu, you have a few different things. New game, continue saved game if you've already started one, and then tutorial. I'd recommend going into the tutorial so you can actually listen. It's really well structured.
Firing section of the screen and flick it out towards the balloons to fire.
It's a video. Okay, so you can exit out of it, but I definitely do recommend looking at that. The guy that made this with the tutorial, he did a fantastic job explaining the game. It's a fun game, but there definitely needs to be some spice added to it because there's a couple power-ups throughout, but those power-ups really don't make you want to keep going to get those super high scores of millions of points. So we'll start off in a new game and I'll show you what it's all about. Down in this bottom circle is where you can actually flick your finger. And flicking your finger in a direction will actually shoot darts or little arrows, and they just pop balloons. It's very simple as that. You can actually use 2 fingers is what I found for a quicker, more rapid fire. It's less accurate though, probably. But anyway, so as the balloons do continue to come down towards the bottom of the screen, this little electric, almost lightsaber kind of thingy will help you and pop the balloons for you until it starts to lose its energy power by taking too many balloons. And when that happens, then the bar will break, and once they get through, then it's done. There's different power-ups throughout the entire game, which definitely keep the game... It keeps it fresh in a sense, because they're through the stars, and TikTok, this one's really cool actually, it's my favorite one. They're all freezing, and they all shoot. So you have TikTok, you get about 5 seconds to shoot as many arrows as you want, and then all of a sudden, once 5 is up, they'll all shoot at the same time. So that's my favorite one, it's called TikTok. There's probably 4 or 5 different power-ups. This one just changed my health and the energy bar at the bottom, but that's pretty much the entire application though, guys. As you see, it's the same thing over and over. It's just hundreds of thousands of balloons just crashing down at you. For some reason we're in outer space, I don't know why. And that's pretty much the entire application. I'd recommend going to check it out definitely if there's a light version, because it's very fun to at least get for free, but to pay for it and not have any replay value really whatsoever, I wouldn't recommend doing that, because I always like games that have great replay value, and this one definitely doesn't do the best in its justice with that. So that's going to be called FlickFlak, and I believe that's a 99 cents download from the App Store. Check over here in the more info section or in the annotations up in here. Next one that I have for you is something. I don't know. I'm not going to give it a very positive feedback. I'm sorry, I was requested to review this. I checked it out, and it's by an independent developer, I do believe. So it's a fantastic application for an independent developer, but for an application compared to other apps in the app stores, especially because you do need to pay for this, I don't know. It's not one that I would keep on my device at all by any means whatsoever. So, bottom HUD, you have your high scores, your instructions on what to do, very simplistic instructions. You use your tilt, or no, you don't use tilt, there's a right and an arrow button. Start over. There's a right and a left arrow pad. So you are this little guy down here. I believe his name is Stan. And you just have to avoid randomly falling what would look like acid rain. I mean, I don't know. It looks like fireballs, but apparently it's supposed to be rain because the application is called iRain. So this is the entire application. You're this very awfully structured guy named Stan at the bottom of the screen, random as crap. And he's walking around pretty much just trying to avoid anything that comes his way. All you're ever going to see is this acid rain. There's no power-ups, there's no extra lives, there's nothing else that falls. It's just this, and it's already repetitive as heck. This is the entire application. Even if there's a light version, this one's up to you. I'm not going to recommend going to check out the light version. It's an alright application. It's just going to get a pretty low score for me because there's very bad replay value on it. It's outrageously boring. It doesn't really encourage you to want to try and get a higher score at all. And the entire application is the same thing constantly over and over. And with no online leaderboards, there's definitely no encouragement to try and get a higher score. That's going to be called iRain. I believe it's 99 cents from the App Store. If it's anything more than 99 cents, definitely get away from it. Stay clear of it. It's called iRain. Next app that I have for you guys. Alrighty guys, sorry, I had to fix my camera, it died a little bit. So anyway guys, my last one that I have for you is going to be HorseShoes Pro. It's by Skyworks, one of my favorite application creators in the App Store. Reasons why: they're sports, they're addicting as heck, great controls, very addicting gameplay, and there's usually a few different game modes in each application. Example, this application individually has 4 different game modes. There's Ringers, which is pretty much where you get 25 horseshoes and you're just throwing them to try and get your highest score. Arcade Toss is where you're actually in this little arcade room, 3 different rings. I'll show you that in a second. Tournament Mode, which is where you're stacked up against a couple different computers trying to earn your way up a bracket. And then Play and Passes, which is where you get to share it with a person or a friend playing right next to you, and you get to pass the same device around, playing red or blue. So we'll show you, what should we show you? Let's show you just Ringers very quickly. So you have 2 different ways that you can actually throw your horseshoe. One will be the over flip, which is, if you see it, I'll do it one more time, just flips over and over, like this, forward. Or the other way is like the boomerang frisbee throw, where you throw from the side. Alright, now let's actually try and ring one. Clearly did not. Anyway, so that's pretty much it. The top of the screen, you have your HUD, which shows your shoes left and then your score. Go back into the main menu. And you have Arcade Toss. This one is very fun gameplay. I love this one. They keep it definitely spicy with all these different types. I said spicy twice in this review. How weird is that? Anyway, so they keep it fresh by adding in different gameplays like this. This one has great sound effects, great graphics, pretty much really fun gameplay overall. So what you have here is you flick it to any of these 3 rings. Depending on how close you get, or if you actually ring one of them, then you'll actually get more points. Got 1 point for getting in that middle circle. Completely just missed that one. It's kind of hard to play. Let's try and go around my camera. Okay, so I just ringed the one that was actually lighting up, so I just got 15 points. Rung that one, got 3 points. Missed completely. So as you guys see, it's very fun gameplay. It's really, really difficult to get used to though for it. At least it was for me. It took me a pretty long time to actually get used to it because I really was very shaky with these controls at first. Like other Skyworks applications, when the horseshoe's in the air, you can use the accelerometer to actually encourage or kind of determine where your ring is going to fly. That's all I'm going to show you right now for arcade mode. Let's get out and I will show you tournament mode really quickly. All you do is you type in your name, if it'll let me start. So you type in your name, mine's already typed in, and you just work your way up this bracket. That's all I'm going to show you really. In tournament mode, it's you each get 2 shoes, you throw them, and then depending on who gets the most points per that inning, you get to go on to the next one, and that person gets the honors to start off the next inning. So that's all I'm going to show you guys. Run through of the games one more time. Galaxy Pilot, it's really more for the classic arcade kind of shooter player that actually enjoys those kind. Might want to go check it out if you're one of those people. FlickFlak is definitely a build 'em up high score kind of gameplay. Very redundant gameplay, yet you're trying to build your own high score. But with a lack of online leaderboards, it really just doesn't encourage you that much to actually try and get a new high score, especially because the gameplay is just too repetitive. Next game that I have was iRain. That was the very sloppily, I don't know. It was not the best application design, kind of iffy, I don't know. So you might want to go check that out. It's just pretty much dodge them. You're just standing at the bottom of the ground, and you're just dodging acid rain coming at you. And then the last one, the one that I enjoyed the most was going to be HorseShoes Pro by Skyworks. I think that's $1.99. Usually these Skyworks applications are about that in the App Store. Definitely recommend to go check out HorseShoes. At least the other 3, those are going to be up to you. If you want a promo code, which is a free giveaway application, so you can win Skyworks Pro, check out my future video. I'll probably put it up in 2 or 3 days, and in that video I will be offering a couple of different things to give away, and one of the things will be promo codes to HorseShoes from Skyworks. That's all I have in this review, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I will talk to you guys later. Have a fantastic day. Hey guys, do you want a full list of every app that I've ever reviewed, starting from app review number 1? Go to my YouTube homepage and click the link under full list of applications. It'll give you a Word document including the title of an application, the pricing, and the rating. Hopefully this helps. I'll talk to you guys later.